We'll see kasi it's kind of confusing right now. Looking at their lineup, they don't have the range AD carry on their team, pero they have a very scary lineup in a way, CC and Assassination pag pinagsama-sama mo sila.
That is true. And dito ko nakikita na they're already showing us kung ano ba talaga yung LIYAB flavor or FENNEL
Once
adversity.
again, laban sa pagitan ng LIYAB Esports versus FENNEL adversity. Kita-kita naman natin kagad. Eto na, simula na kagad ang laban.
Exactly. So sa mga nagtataka kanina, sino nga ba ang players for both teams? Ito na po ang kanilang mga IGN. And again, this is game number 1. Tamang hintayan lang kung sino ba ang makakakuha ng unang win. And I was wrong. I was expecting Senna Lucian sa baba. Pero mukhang ginawang mid Lucian. And gaya nga sabi ni Hisker kanina, it will be the ADC Senna.
Okay, so right now, indeed, no, we're going to have an ADC Senna, which is the carry once again the bot lane, and then nagka-farm dito si Siliat in the bot lane. At ang kanilang kalaban is walang iba kundi Morgana and si Galio. Parehong may solid CC or crowd control champions in the bot lane.
Exactly. So, parang ano yan eh, either you dodge or you just, you wait for the opening tapos saka ka magka-counter-attack. But apparently the Q did not connect dito sa Senna. And of course, dito sa ating Gragas, Patani did get a lot of damage. And instead, si Rafe, siya na lang muna yung pumunta, kaya namang magtangke ng Galio sa early game.
This is where the meta slowly is going, no? When you look at the teams right now, ang ginagawa nila dito is trying to divert, no? With regards to the lineup na pwede nila gamitin dito. Right now, walang AD carry talaga na legit, no? Aside from, syempre, Senna in the bot lane and mid lane na Lucian. But, sinusubukan nilang kunin dito. Agawin, kaba,
The accounts are gonna connect, pero mukhang meron that is going to jump in dito sa ating Gragas Senna with that cloak. Tamang-tago na lang muna sa kanilang teammates, but FENNEL adversity, they knew better. Alam nila na hindi pa nila kaya mag-go all in. So, back away na lang muna and go back to farm.
Tama ko walang muna ng Battlecraft kasi kailangan nila yan eh, because they really have to get that gold and at the same time vision in the bot lane. Dito na pwede kontrolin ng LIYAB Esports right now, or rather ng FENNEL adversity, but wala mo nang mangyayaring casualty so far. Tamang palitan lang sila dito ng kanilang mga jungle camps. And still, wala pa naman tayong 3 minutes eh. Wala pa naman tayong 4 minutes rather because wala pa naman tayong mga first objective dito. So nakikita natin na ganun pa rin yung ginagawa nila dito. Ang problema lang, I would say, for LIYAB Esports is that sobrang heavy reliance nila sa late game potential na kanilang team. They have to scale very late game sa kanilang team dito para maging very much effective.
Exactly. Kailangan nilang i-max dito ang late game. Indeed, that will be Danny caught off guard by Doy, but there will not be any follow-up since Senna pa naman ang ADC. So at the very least, they were able to push FENNEL adversity back. Arise, pansin ko naman, mukhang kaya may pagsabay ni Arise dito kay Shaw, and Akali is gonna hurt a lot. So mukhang kailangan munang maging conservative ni Shaw up until he gets his first item.
Yes. And this is one of the reasons why na ang first item na show dito is the Phage and the Rubik Crystal as well for more HP. Kasi alam niya na ito si Arise ay nag-level 5. Marami na talagang pwedeng burst potential na pwedeng go into the mid lane, and that could be the end of life. I mean, end of life itong si Short na mid lane kasi naka-ignite siya. Wala siyang barrier, wala siyang heal in the mid lane.
Well, while you were saying that, while you were talking about ating mid laners, mukhang yung Dragon Lane duo ng LIYAB Esports, nag-swap lane muna. Tamang explore muna around the map. And again, as much as possible, umiiwas muna si LIYAB sa possible pickoffs, possible fights sa FENNEL adversity. Kasi in this lineup, FENNEL will try to pick as much fights as they can kasi vulnerable pa, or kumbaga wala pa yung power spike ng LIYAB dito.
I think LIYAB Esports prepared too early, no? With regards to preparation of setting up a dragon or a referral with what they did earlier. Na nakita natin kagad na 2 minutes going 3 minutes, 3 minutes rather, going 4 minutes pa lang, nakapwesto na kagad sila dito on the referral, setting up awards and making sure na meron silang enough vision to control that potential objective. So, feeling ko, goods lang naman kasi FENNEL adversity also tried to respond in that as well. Pero wala pa mangyayari dito. Wala pa munang mauna. Bot lane pa rin si Shaw kasama si Arise.
Nakatawa ko dito kasi kahit saan pumunta si Shaw, sinusundan siya ni Arise hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan. sundan ka ng isang ninja. But now, sinundan na ng FENNEL dito ang ating unang objective, which is the referral. Looks like that will be a tad bit too late for spell. That will be the greatest snowball ever being popped. Calm does get quite the damage, but wala pa namang full commitment from LIYAB. FENNEL adversity, they got that huge objective in their pockets.
Yun lang yung naging problema, no? That's a disadvantage yung preparing too early in that particular team fight kasi nauna silang pumunta sa kanilang mga referral kanina. Pero since matagal na nag-responde dito ang FENNEL versus they have enough item for their champion para pagbatik nila doon sa referral, kaya nilang manalo kagad sa team fight na paback kagad dito ang LIYAB Esports kasi kailangan din nilang mag-restock ng kanilang mga items dito. Right now, we have the Dragon na sinasayawan nila dito. Sino nga bang mauuna? Sino nga ba ang pipilit na mag-push dito kumuha ng ating Dragon?
Mukhang LIYAB yung gumugusto May ward sila dyan at nagbabox in na sila dito sa ating Dragon area. It is an ocean drake, but here comes Domeng. Nagtatago lang, naglilurk lang sa side. Remember, meron din perfect execution. Si Arise na ready to go. Bodies are not connected, but then that is gonna be the first blood going over to LIYAB Esports. Senna with the ultimate, and LIYAB Esports is gonna go all in. Nakukuha ng isa ang kanilang team, but it looks like parehas na teams after losing one member. Ayaw nilang muna mag-all in.
Parang you can't say for sure na it's just a support talaga. Kasi as we are trying to mention kanina, pareho pa rin carry yung bot lane natin. Maganda yung counterplay na ginawa dito ng LIYAB Esports in which they were able to counterplay itong kanilang kalaban ng Dragon Fight. Pero teka lang, may mid lane bakbakan.
Yep, bakbakan. Makasispell nasa unahan. Ang sakit dito ni Domeng. Kumonek pa ang Dark Binding dito. But apparently there will not be any follow-up. Kung titignan mo ang gold ngayon, magkalapit, konti na lang, magigit-gita na ang gold dito for LIYAB and FENNEL. Goes to show how close and tight-knit this game is. But yeah, parehas pa silang pag nabawasan ng isang member, huwag na tayong mag-commit muna. They are waiting for, I believe, yung 8-minute or 9-minute mark bago pa sila gumawa ng risky plays.
Parang gusto nila talaga ng magandang timing in a way because right now, 7 minutes na mga kaibigan, buhay pa rin yung ating first Dragon dito. Bayad na bayad yung ating referral mid lane. They pushed because they were able to get 2 plates overall sa ating mid lane dito. 525 na lang yung HP ng ating mid lane turret sa LIYAB Esports. So, maganda at sulit yung kanilang referral. Kaya lang mid lane.
Are gonna come through. Domeng, waiting for the perfect hop. Kaso na-realize sila, 3v3, hindi muna sila handa. Flashes are also available for LIYAB Esports. So, ang FENNEL, they are gonna focus on to the Baron lane, but Arise will be there, gumamit ng Twilight Shroud, para lang makasigurado hindi makaka-ascend si Shaw. With the space created for FENNEL adversity, mukhang LIYAB ang makakuha ng Ocean Dragon.
So decided na dito ang LIYAB Esports to trade the first tier to the top lane to go for the Dragon para sa kanilang team. So okay lang, sige, bigay natin yung first tier, palitan naman natin dito by getting yung ating Dragon. And yun nga, they have the first Dragon. So right now, I would say na mas worth dito for LIYAB Esports getting that one. Kasi nga, they have the scaling champions. They have the late game lineup dito and they need more Dragons to win the upcoming late game team fights.
They do. They really do. At mukhang from series number 1 and series number 2, mas conservative and mas tactful ang ating series number 3. And I would love to see how you will be able to break down these fights. Kumbaga, laban of the micro ang dalawang teams natin dito. We are at the 8-minute mark, 9 seconds before the Rift Herald will be up. Kung titignan nyo ang minion wave dito sa ating Baron lane, it is heavily favoring Calm, which goes to show na he was able to control spells. On top of that, he is 1 level above Darius.
Yes, and also, kakabuhay lang ng ating second referral. Pero wala pa, kakapatay lang din ng ating first Dragon dito. So medyo matagal-tagal pa for the next Dragon to show up. Since yun nga, referral, medyo nagkaiba na yung timing ng dalawang objective natin dito. So may pwedeng makontrol dito ng FNA from the dito.
Naku po, may nakuha dalawa dito. Si Darius that will be kill going over to LIYAB. Isa, dalawa ang naglaho sa FENNEL adversity. They were not, Arise was not able to jump there in time. And because of the 2 champions down, LIYAB Esports will be able to get the referral.
That was a pretty good Curse of the Black Mist setup na ginawa dito ni Clyde na bot lane, in the mid lane rather. to make sure and pretty sure to get that first kill on their team, to get the lead para sa ating referral dito. And because of that, setup para sa kanila yun, nakuha nila kagad yung referral dito, nakaisa pa sila na kill against FENNEL Adversity. Not looking good for FENNEL Adversity right now, but we'll see kung paano sila makaka-comeback dito.
Ang iniisip ko, ang kailangan lang talaga is makapag-online si Arise. He needs to get those assassinations done. Kasi okay ang kanilang Baron lane. Danny is doing well. Na-preserve pa naman nila yung lane hindi sa baba. That only a little bit of damage na nakuha ng turret nila. We need someone to set the tempo. And that's on Domeng and Arise.
Also, seeing that how they're able to set up properly yung ating mga team fights dito. Pumapalag talaga dito yung LIYAB with regards to initiating properly sa kanilang lineup or sa kanilang team dito to go against FLA, sa FENNEL Adversity. Pinipilit nila na mag-clash kagad dito, and I would say working effectively yung kanilang ginagawa dito. Going for the bot lane right now. They have the wards, so aware sila dito na may tatlo sa bot lane natin. And again, we keep on saying na sobrang close yung laban na ito. Pero close naman talaga kasi 3-1 ang score natin. 10 minutes score 11. Onti lang yung goal difference.
Explosive cast has been used by this Gragas but walang follow-up. And after taking the turret, FENNEL sabi nila, sige, okay na yun. Back na tayo, ibang lane naman ang i-pressure natin. Kasi at the same time, constant ang ating pressure sa Baron lane because Arise is right there, just taking the wave, but mukhang LIYAB na ang on the hunt. Possibly looking for this Akali, or they are gonna make a plan para hindi maka-escape si Arise. He is gonna be rooted, but with that shuriken flip, still alive ang ating Akali.
Kung hindi lang siya nakapag-shuriken toss doon, pwede pa nila masecure yun kasi wala nang smoke screen eh. Bot lane being pushed dito, ginamit na mga kaibigan ng Kaling ni Sho. Dati na defend that one bot lane dito, pero Dragon repel sa naman yung bin lane.
The Calling already being used, so wala siyang ultimate by the time na up na ang next dragon, which is the Mountain Drake, and that's pretty important for the side of FENNEL Adversity. But with things going all over the map, LIYAB gusto nila kunin ang dragon sa protobelt, and nahila ang isa! You have Senna with the ultimate GSP, actually meron pala nakukuha ng Zonias dito. That will be Rafe jumping in. The skill did not connect onto anyone, but at the very least si Domeng, the focus fire, he did not die, and overall, no one actually died in that skirmish. Balik ang LIYAB dito sa ating dragon, but you have Doy na tamang protekta lang sa kanyang teammates. Meron din Curse the Blacklist dito from our Senna. Routine gets that Mountain Dragon. Nakahila ng isa. Relecton gets kill onto Gragas, but of course, Nunu, very tanky. Napakasakit na. He gets one kill for himself, but you know who got that double kill? It will be Arise on this Akali.
The macro play of LIYAB Esports is working pretty well para sa kanilang team. This goes to FENNEL Adversity as well, pero hindi na yon gumana after they got the Dragon kasi out of position na sila. Maraming naipit sa loob, nahuli sila ng Dark Binding ni Morgana, giving them more setup or more opportunity to get that position para sa kanilang team dito. At ang mahirap pa dito, ang nahuli dito is yung squeezy champion nila, which is si Clyde together with Spell. Again, the macro play from these two teams is sobrang ganda. The sustain coming from Senna, the heal, at kahit ginamit na ni Danny kanina yung kanyang ultimate dito together with that Zonias or yung stasis natin, di pa rin siya nakapatay na kahit na isang champion, pero nakapag-disengage siya kaagad. At yun ang maganda dito sa laban na ito. Hindi ba masasabi right na kung sino talaga yung may lamang?
Kumbaga, the support doing his work right. Yung mga soul shackles indeed ni Danny kanina, making things happen for FENNEL Adversity. Si Doydor parang gustong galit na galit dito kay Rafe. Snowball or a huge slime was sent his way. Few folks here and there, first dibs ang LIYAB sa ating Dragon Pit. Kaso, I believe this will just be a feint para mapataas lang ang FENNEL Adversity doon sa kanilang Baron Pit side. Arise constantly on split push duty. We barely saw him sa ating mga full-on team fight. And I believe kaya naman yung may pagsabahin kay Spells as long as he can burst down yung Darius na to.
Yes. And talagang working effectively yung lineup ng LIYAB Esports kasi sobrang tanky ng kanilang mga champions dito. Kaya tumatagal din yung laban, tapos may sustain pa coming from Clyde, which gives them the opportunity na mas tumagal pa sa mga team fights dito. Kahit na sobrang sakit ng damage na meron dito ang FENNEL Adversity. nahihirapan din makahanap ng magandang target si Doming dito na no. So hindi niya alam kung sino dapat unahin. Kaya ko ba talunin si Shaw? Hindi, kasi si Shaw is always in the backline of every team fight. Lagi siyang nasa likod.
Actually, I like that you mentioned that. Kasi imagine ko, either si Shaw or si Clyde lang ang target ni Doming. Shaw, you already said, yung reason ko ba hindi siya pwedeng talunan ni Doming dito. For Clyde, that is a Senna na pwede kang i-root. And she also has a global ultimate. On top of that, lagi siyang may kasamang Gragas na kayang-kaya kang bigyan ng cast. If you're gonna go with Doy, that's not really intelligent of you kasi he is very tanky. Last champion will be Darius na kaya makipag 1v1 against a Kha'Zix. So, it really gives the question, sino kaya ang tatargetin ni Doming dito? Kaya pala most of the time, parang naglalurk lang siya sa side, nag-iintay kung sino ang pwedeng patayin, but to no avail.
Oh, mid lane? Nagkaroon pa na ba baka? Nag-flash in?
Yep, that will be the hook coming through from mukhang there will be the hero's entrance. Senna will draw them in again. Binanta mo dito ang ating Gayo. Lucian does get 1 kill. -1 for FENNEL adversity. Hindi na ata sila makakalapit because si Renekton ang napasabog, ang nabaril ni Shodon kanina.
That's the problem with the current lineup of FENNEL adversity right now. If they use or if etong si Danny ay gumamit ng kanyang Black Shield to someone at iba pang tinamaan ng loot coming from Senna, dun sila magka-translate for as their next target. Yun ang kanilang i-focus dito at yun yung nangyari. Si Calm hindi siya nagawin ng Black Shield dito at siya agad yung napitas ng LIYAB Esports. Dragon is gonna go up. Take note this is going to be the Elder Drake na kagad. 16 minutes na tayo. Sobrang grabe yung laban dito na hindi na natin napansin. 16 minutes na pala.
Ganon kabilis, di ba? Again, dahan-dahan ang galaw ng dalawang teams natin. I have to say, the skirmish or the fight earlier, maganda siya and in favor of LIYAB. But if you're gonna look at the board, most of the lead pala nasa FENNEL. So when it comes to macro, FENNEL pa rin ang nagpo-control dito. They also have quite a lot of wards sa ating Baron area. So ang gagawin nila ngayon dahil Infernal Drake to, mag-aagawa ng dalawang teams natin. We would want to get the extra damage. Si Calm, nagtatanggal or naglilinis lang ng ating laning wave in the mid lane. Domen looking again for their next target. That will not connect. Pero mukhang si Rafe, Hero's Entrance is not yet available. That will be the initiate. That will be the jump in. That will actually come through. Bilang pumasok dito sa Arise, they do get the kill onto this Senna. Pero mukhang na nag-knock siyang guillotine dito si Smelt and he does get the kill onto one. But in the end of that fight, FENNEL adversity pa rin ang nanalo. Shaw nakatayo na lang sa Gedli at naglabas na lang din ng sticker dito si Arise. Overall, it was the red team that got that dragon and got that fight.
The positioning coming from FENNEL, FENNEL adversity with what happened kanina. Arise focuses on the backline dito to go for Shaw at talagang nabigyan niya ng pressure si Shaw. Hindi siya nakalapit, hindi siya nakapag-free hit at sinalo lahat ni Calm. Together with si Rafe, yung damage coming from that rallying and every damage coming from members of LIYAB Esports dito. And because of that, they were able to win that trade. 4 pinapatay nila. Nakakuha pa sila dito ng Elder Drake together with that Baron. This is a huge win for FENNEL adversity right now.
Imagine, you get a team fight win. Nakapaglagay ka pa ng damage on the turret, you get the dragon and then the Baron. Ganun katagal ang death timer ng LIYAB. So, ano nakikita mong way para makabawi ang LIYAB dito? Because if you're gonna look at the scoreboard, 8K, 9K gold lead na meron ang meron na sa FENNEL adversity.
I think they just have to protect Shaw. No? Like most of the time, make sure na si Shaw ay magkaroon ng pagkakataon talaga na makapag-free hit dito. And even the burst coming from Shiliat or Shiliat dito, with that Gragas, they have to make sure that they can get this one or pick like yung ginagawa nila right now.
Yup, that will be the pick-off. Mukhang hindi ka na muna makakahinga dito. That was a 5v1 plus a knockdown guillotine. But the problem, nakakuha nga ng pick-off. Nakuha naman ng FENNEL ang hindi lang isa, kundi 2 turret sa base ng LIYAB Esports. They would take that trade any time of the day.
And that is a good decision coming from LIYAB Esports to na magkaroon ng pick dito but they forgot or maybe nawala sa isip nila dito na they have the Baron and they can potentially push the third or the inhibitor turret ng kanilang team sa moment na magpupush sila at commit sila sa isang champion dito kasi wala naman silang Baron buff dito na pwede makapag-reduce ng kanilang recall. And that is why, natalo na naman sila doon, one champion, parang kumbaga, eto na yung Thanos moment natin, what did it cost, kumbaga. So, parang everything, in a way. Right now, wala na tayong second, third bot lane, nakita na lang survival ang ating third tier sa bot lane.
Naka-Fairborn, no follow-up, pero masakit ang damage na sinalo ni Danny doon. LIYAB Esports, I feel na they could have been more confident, saka more sure sa kanilang decision making. They could have won yung laban kanina sa Dragon nung nakakuha ng damage si Danny, but they hesitated and they chose to take a step back kahit sabihin natin it's for the safety of their Nexus. Pero Spells does get one. Naglabas din ng task dito si Saliat, but there will be no follow-up. Domeng, kahit medyo na-lockdown kanina, he was just able to hop his way into safety. Constant minion wave pouring in all three lanes ng LIYAB Esports. Nagtataka tuloy sila. Saan tayo titingin? Sino ang priority? Mukhang si Danny ang naging priority. Senna sending out ultimate hit again. But FENNEL, mukhang mission accomplished. Kasi yung mga key ultimates dito from LIYAB, nagamit na nila.
Hindi pa rin talaga nagbabago yung playstyle ni Arise. So right now, he's one of the threats na meron dito ang LIYAB Esports. Pero teka, nakatakas siya doon, use circuit toss para mapag-disengage. Simple ka na may proper use, so chill lang muna siya for now. As I was saying, hindi pa rin talaga nagbabago itong playstyle ni Arise with regards to yung kanyang assassin champion. Going for the right target, going for the right push when necessary. So maganda yung ginagawa nila dito. And with all the wards that they have on the base of the enemy, we have 10 seconds on the clock bago mag-up yung ating next Baron, which is kapag nakuha ito na FENNEL adversity, this could be a win na para sa kanila.
It could be a win. Kasi kung titignan mo, all of them are already sitting at a level 15 whereas sa side ng LIYAB. Si Doy tsaka si Clyde, wala pang level 15. LIYAB Esports, like, I thought they were gonna fight there. Kaso nakita nila siguro na they're not in a comfortable position to go with a fight. On top of that, yung Baron lane nila, it's constantly open, napupush in pa ng minion wave. So FENNEL, they're gonna have a swell time circling and dancing around this Baron jump. And dito kay Doy, but medyo naman pa siya dito kay Danny. That will be the binding, connecting. Si Domeng, very, very low. That will be the kill going over to Morgana. Napakagandang jumping pa dito from Rafe. They do get the Baron Nasher. They do get those 3 kills. Dalawang GA na papalit. Pero pumasok din dito si, of course, Gragas, but Gragas only jumped into his death. They get the killing spree. They get the ace. They get everything. At mukhang FENNEL adversity, they want to get game number 1.
Game number 1 indeed, mga kaibigan. What a win sa laban na ito. They were able to counter a lot of plays na ginawa kanina ng FENNEL adversity, ng LIYAB Esports rather. But at the end of the day, okay. So kulong AOE, lahat ng mga panghatak at pangkulong nila dito sa lineup nila ay meron sila.
Ang naisip ko lang, if I were to be nitpicky, ang dali lang magtapon ng Mega Inferno Bomb. Kasi na-expect mo na pag Cataclysm, lahat yan papasok. Galio, Diana. Diana needs to be in the Cataclysm para makapag-cast ng Moonfall. Darius siguro somewhere along the area. So this could be the time para mag-shine ng ating Ziggs. And I have to say, ang tagal kong hindi nakakita ng Brom. So I would love to see kung ano ba ang kanyang magiging power, yung kanyang magiging ambag in this lineup. He is of course magiging the meat shield. Siya yung tiga-initiate dito with all
mga kalaban. Pero ito na mga kaibigan, once again, ang ating game 2, this is still a series 3 between LIYAB Esports versus FENNEL adversity. At mainit kagad ang simula ng laban natin. Arise, as you mentioned, Yuko, still in the mid lane.
Yep, why fix what's not broken? So it worked in game number 1, especially habang nakaakali siya. Might as well show that sa ating game number 2. FLA though, ang ginagawa nila mas tahimik na early game. Inintay lang nila na LIYAB Esports most probably ang mag-initiate ng fight. They still need to be very wary dito sa Morgana, which is in the hands of Clyde. But looking at the Baron lane matchup, parang mas nakapag-push in si Calm dito.
Yes, no. I think I would say na talagang mas gusto niyang i-pressure ka agad sa spells in the top lane to try and check out some of the wards which he did in the top lane dito by clearing, by using the Sky's Broom top lane dito, no, para magkaroon siya ng idea kung saan ba potentially nakalagay yung mga wards sa top lane.
The wards indeed. Ang ina-expect ko na LIYAB Esports sa kanilang Dragon Lane pair, they will be aggressive and I see that, so that's one of the checklist. Ang inintay ko din is si spells. Because by the book, Renekton ang mas may lead or may advantage in the early game, especially once he gets that level 3. But okay, Doy pa, he was forced to use flash there. Not sure if that was a misclick or sinigurado lang niya yung kanyang exit point. He did pop flag, but of course there will not be any jag. Pababa na siya dito. Will try to give help kay Syliat as well as kay Clyde. But let's see kung makakapalag ba. Will Rafe be able to protect dito ang kanilang ADC na si Danny?
Ako, top lane potential gap coming from Domeng dito. Ginamit na yung kanyang Wong in the top lane to clear the wards. Pero syempre, since medyo malalim at magiging maingat si spells, he back away the top lane dito at walang gap na nangyari coming from Domeng. Teka lang, bot lane Danny, masyado kang malalim. Si Eliat and si Kite, eto na, gagamitin niya kanya Dark Binding dito, pero nag-miss yung Justice Punch. And no follow-up in a way, hindi din nag-Dark Binding. Medyo maingat si Clyde doon.
Ang bilis din ng satchel charge ni Danny. Kaya maingat yung dalawang teams. Same as what we saw nung game number 1. Yung mga action talaga, mga mid-game pa, 8-9 minutes. So, hindi lang ina-expect ko sa ating game number 2. Although, ang difference ngayon is I'm expecting Doy to be a lot more aggressive. Kasi ngayon, he is on a J4 na ina-expect kung mag-rotate, mag-pop up ng ultimate niya, will be able to lock down most likely si Calm or maybe din si Arise as long as walang perfect execution tsaka wala siyang shuriken flip dito. Shaw will be jumping in right sa pagmumukha ni Arise, but Arise with that Twilight Shroud will be able to rotate his way into safety.
Nakikita natin ngayon na lamang si Shaw in the mid lane, in terms of matchup na 1v1 against Arise, level 6 na siya, level 5 pa lang si Arise, kaka-level 6 lang niya because na-late ng konti yung pag-clear. But in terms of, getting the CS, yung ating net income in the mid lane, medyo may kalamangan na si Shaw dito ng konti. And the pressure being given, coming from these two champions, alam mo to, parang ito yung dati pa natin nakikita even during the LoL PC days, yung laban sa pagitan ni Akali and Diana. Parang kulang na lang dito si Katarina.
Mga nakakamiss makakita ng mga Katarina plays, but I guess ibang teams lang ang kaya makapag-pull off ng lineup na may Katarina. Ngayon, pababa ang ating FENNEL adversity Syliat alongside Clyde. They will not push through sa kanilang planned na gap kasi anytime soon lalabas na ang unang dragon. That will be the Infernal Drake, very prioritized by most of our teams. Pero LIYAB Esports, recall na lang muna, leave them be, hindi pa naman sila makakapag-secure, I believe.
Wala pang kukuha, so sa ngayon chill lang muna tayo. Meron tayong wards dito from the Scuttle Crab. Scuttled siya. May Scuttle Vision tayo dito. Also the wards there. They're now slowly clearing the wards dito habang sinusubukan na kunin ng Domeng yung ating dragon. Pero eto na ngayon si Cho. Pumasok na loob. Walang pagaling na ang heals. Entrance para follow up sa ating mga tropa. That's gonna be nakataklis si Maxwell. Pero nakuha dito ni Jarvan yung ating dragon. And they're now backing off dahil medyo low na yung kanilang mga HP. Pero si Arise ayaw niya mabayaan ang makatakbo kanilang mga kalaban dito. Danny is still there trying to slowly throw yung kanyang mga bombs dito. Grabe, medyo malalim. Hindi siya naman ang apprehend these fails. And okay lang yun dahil LIYAB Esports was able to get the first dragon of the game.
I would take that win. Yun ang sinasabi ko. I'm waiting for LIYAB Esports to step up, and they did. Yung small fight na yon, FENNEL did not know how to move or how to react sa ginawang move ng LIYAB Esports. And going back in our instant replay, pagkakuha ni Doy doon sa Infernal Dragon, nag-disengage sila agad. It really shows how disciplined LIYAB Esports is this time around.
Parang amoy 1-1 ah. Pero teka lang, Mitin, galing nakupo na, huli kagad dito. And Rift Herald is open sa kamay dito ng LIYAB Esports na pwede nilang kunin. Sabi ko nga, nako, Yuko, mukhang may possibility na magkaroon tayo ng 1-1 dito because LIYAB Esports is doing pretty well in this second game. Rift Herald now, mukhang secured na ito para sa kanilang team.
Umuulan ata ng 1-1 para sa ating last two series. But even though they were able to get repaired, Arise mukhang makakuha naman ng isang turret sa baba, or at the very least, malaking damage ang kaya niyang ipakita. So far, again, LIYAB Esports, they are really utilizing yung lineup nila. Repelled has been summoned at the mid lane as well. Mega for the bomb being thrown out, pero wala pa rin namatay.
Good effort, no? Nakita mo yung ginawa dito ng FENNEL Adversity just to try their best na mapigilan yung referral sa mid lane. Binuhos lahat. Kumbaga, kung meron pang
all in,
wala na pala, may bubuhos pa, pwede pa nilang ibuhos talaga, ibubuhos nila to. But referral prevails, mga kaibigan. Was able to get this first in the mid lane. Pero yung first blood turret, I think, goes to FENNEL Adversity in the bot lane na nakuha ni Arise.
1-4 sa ating scoreboard. LIYAB Esports sitting comfortably with their 2k gold lead. Parehas nakakuha ng tig-isang turret. But again, ang lead ng LIYAB dito is they were able to get the Dragon. Infernal Dragon pa yun. So extra damage, extra array factor for FENNEL Adversity. And they are not stopping. Spells will try his best para maging ahead against this Renekton. Naghihintay din ako ng isang magandang moonfall from Shaw.
Parang good pressure lang muna, no? For now, just pressuring the enemy team. Right to the bot lane, together with Dome going in, mga kaibigan. Pero ginamit ang moonfall, coming from Shaw. Ito na ang backup, coming from Saliak dito, pero super low na ang buhay ni Shaw. At nasunog siya sa red buff na meron si Doming dito. Walang ignite pa kailangan. They were able to secure the kill in the bot lane.
I believe they underestimated yung kayang ilabas sa damage ni Arise tsaka ni Domeng dito when he does have that Ragnarok. Ang ganda sana ng Moonfall. There was backup at the right time, but ang ganda ng positioning ni Arise. He went to the side, hindi siya ma-avoid, at dahil doon, pag re-engage niya, it was a sure kill. FLA, mukhang meron pa ring small hope na ma-close to ng 2-0.
Kumbaga, sumisilip yung liwanag dito, no, sa FENNEL Adversity after what happened ng ating early team fights dito. And indeed, tama yung sinabi mo dito, Yuko, no, maganda yung positioning ni Arise. The moment na ginamit dito ni Shaliat yung kanyang Justice Punch, nakapag-disengage kagad siya, ginamit niya yung kanyang Shuriken Toss dito para lumayo at umiwas. Tumapit kay Domeng at tumawag sa kanyang kuya, kumbaga kuya in a way kasi yun yung backup niya dito sa ating bot lane kanina. Now, jungle, Dragon ginagawa, 15 seconds on the clock.
15 seconds, yan natin. Mukhang walang laban, walang pick-off. They are gonna focus on the reset and pag-re-repositioning. One ward each for the team sa nakahanda sa ating Dragon Pit. That will be an Ocean Dragon. Pero mukhang medyo may ambahan dito sa ating mid lane.
Ambahan it is. In the mid lane, na sinusubukan na nila mag-clear ng mga minion wave dito. Take note meron po tayong turret. First turret sa LIYAB Esports. So in terms of clearing the minion wave in the mid lane, may kalamangan sila ng bahagya dito because the turret is still there to defend the mid lane kung sakali. But we have the Dragon na sitting pretty lang muna for now. At inaambahan ni Doy ng konti. Clearing out the wards dito. But I don't think anyone will try to push this one muna for now and wait for the right opportunity muna for the bot lane.
Mag-iintay lang sila most probably ng isang fight win. Kasi my instincts tell me na hinahanap nila si Arise. Pero Arise is gonna jump in.
Pasok na nga siya dito. Doy ginamit ang kanyang katakalisi para maipit. Pero naipit nga si Rapid doon. Not going to make any further big pop. Sa bot lane niya kung ginamit ang exhaust. Pero okay lang yan dahil Arise at ito kill show. Now they're chasing down itong si Saliat. Napakakunat pero nakapatay sila ng isa. And Gambit fall down. Nilabanan niya. Ang mata na kanina kalaban ako Doy. Wrong turn ka doon. Pagkakamali na hindi niya makakalimutan. And because of that, naging 2-1 pa ang trade natin. Wala silang jungler dito. But FENNEL Adversity, they can still, LIYAB Esports rather, they can still try to stop FENNEL Adversity from getting this one dahil marami silang low HP dito sa kanilang mga team members. But Morgana is still there. Clyde is a range champion. We have the Tormented Soul. Nag-flash in siya doon. Ginamit niya yung kanyang upgrade. Rin si Domeng. Tumama yung kanyang yung first kill dito. But Arise is falling down. Dinuraan ng Dragon. And that's gonna be secured kill. An MVP Dragon, mga kaibigan. We're witnessing right now. Talagang umabot dito kay Arise.
Small mistake from Doy, but I have to say, bawing-bawi kay Spells. that life steal and that sustain, it bought din time para mabuhay si Doydoy and bumalik dito sa Dragon Pit and secure that dragon. So more spell vamp, more advantage on their side. I guess overstay yan from FENNEL, and I did highlight Arise kanina, but this time around, nahiwalay siya sa team niya. He tried a bit too much na makapag solo kill, but he realized yung dalawang team niya malayo to where he is, so they could not give him any help at all kasi nahila ni spells yung teammates niya.
Mahirap talaga at that point. Yung naging positioning dito ng FLA after they were able to get the life of Doydoy kanina. Kasi ang hirap pumasok eh. Kahit na low yung HP na kanilang mga kalaban dito, again as you mentioned, Spelt did a pretty good job on engaging dito to give the pressure for FENNEL adversity na mag-back off muna for now and let LIYAB Esports get the dragon.
All according to plan to for LIYAB. 11 minutes in, 4 and 6 sa ating scoreboard. Merong 3K gold lead ang ating men in the red side. This is playing really well for them. Still waiting for a very good moonfall from Shaw, but so far, yung teams na nagpipi kay Morgana as well as Spelts on this Darius, it pays well for LIYAB Esports.
Sobrang sulit, kumbaga, no? Yung nangyayari ngayon sa LIYAB Esports. And aside from that, 2 dragons sa kamay nila. And reflecting properly sa ating goal difference dito, around 2,000, 3,000 in favor of LIYAB Esports pa rin. Teka lang, special top, huhulihin si Cal, tinamaan dito mga kabi ng ating alligator, pero gumamit na. Ang Blade of the Ruined King activated in top lane dito. They have the visions there. Hindi sila aware that Shaw is waiting patiently in the top lane dito, waiting for the right timing to go for that kill, pero wala. Nag-back na sila ngayon. Towards the mid lane, they'll try to defend this one.
Tuwa ko din sa pag face check ni Galio, ni Sylia before he actually went back. Para lang makasigaldo na walang magugulat sa kanya. But baka magulat dito si Com because Doydoy tsaka si Shaw nagle-lurk lang sa side. And you have the other team members ng LIYAB malapit lang sa mid lane. They are holding their ground kasi 25 seconds na lang the Baron will be up. Scott, we're going over to Doydoy. Kung titingnan mo ang kanyang life bars ngayon, napaka-tanky, ready for initiation.
Oo, ang daming guhit, no? Ang daming line sa kanyang HP dito. Kumbaga, showing a lot of HP from Doydoy. And sabi mo kanina, baka magulat si Calm sa top lane. Hindi na siya calm nun, no? Baka ma-shock na siya nun. Shock na. In the top lane. Kung mahuli siya. Now, Referral, the Baron na. Up already. And yeah, Esports getting this early lead right now. Wala silang vision dito. They don't have the information right now. They have to blind use that second turn which they did. Now the Dragon, the Baron ladder slowly being taken down by LIYAB Esports dito. Now they have to flash out Doydoy. Ginamit ang kanyang flag palayo. And Reaper being sound to dito. They have the Baron already. 13 minutes pa lang mga kaibigan. And Reaper being sound to get this first tier turret to stop the pressure being given with LIYAB Esports. And right now, I don't think they can defend this one. Pero pagkakataon nila pumasok dito, medyo low na yung HP na mga kalaban. Pero walang papasok kasi nga late na at umuwi na muna si Doydoy para mag-reject.
Nothing to say, kundi wala nga vision ang FLA in that area. Meron silang ward, but it's a bit in deeper. Hindi siya enough para makakuha ng vision sa Baron. Whereas LIYAB, gusto ko yung play nila ngayon. They are heavily focusing sa ating objective, sa macro plays rather. Gusto nila makuha yung mga Baron bops, the Dragon bops as well. After nun, tsaka lang sila papalag. They are trying to extend the game as long as they can kasi alam nila nandoon yung lakas ng lineup nila.
Indeed, no? Parang sulit talaga yung pace na ginagawa ng LIYAB Esports right now. They're just giving the pressure as much as they can na pilitin nila mag-take ng objective dito at maganda yung ginagawa nilang early setup by clearing out the wards kagad. Lamang sila sa positioning at lamang sila sa pagkuha ng mga objective. Now the Dragon, that is the third Dragon of the game being taken down by LIYAB Esports at with the Baron on their hands as well, they can pretty much push after that dito. We'll see kung yun ba ay mid lane or bot lane.
Makukompleto ata ng LIYAB Esports yung Dragon sa ating game number 2 kasi they know na FENNEL was going or making their way sa kanilang Dragon lanes. Kaya sabi ng LIYAB, sige, malayo yun, kuha tayo ng Dragon and then disperse. Pagka-disperse nila, nagulat yung FENNEL, no more Dragon, the rotation was not timed well. So, ngayon naghanap na sila ano ang dapat gawin, sino ang dapat targetin. Kasi mukhang nagsiscale in further na yung lineup ng LIYAB. Looking at the board, mayroon na silang 4K gold lead. Konting-konti nilang baka maging 5K pa yan.
Parang ang nangyayari ngayon, Morgana wins games ha. Kasi second game na to na may Morgana at mukhang lamang na lamang. Actually, hindi lang mukha. Lamang na lamang talaga ngayon ang LIYAB Esports with what is happening. Pero surprisingly, despite getting 3 dragons, despite getting the Baron, 3,000, around 3,000, 3,200 yung ating call difference dito in favor of LIYAB Esports na hindi ganun kalaki yan. And when you look at the items, syempre, sumasabay pa rin dito si Arise, trying his best to make a counterplay. Even Danny, no, with regards to their items, na sinusubukan pa rin nilang sabayan ang items or yung current gold or net income na meron dito ang LIYAB Esports.
Parehas na may Rabadons dito, Diana, saka si Akali, so magpapaaray, more burst, more damage. At LIYAB, magkakasama sila. Inihintay nila na may lumapit. Isang lalapit lang, at least meron lang mahila si Darius Bond. Apparently, walang lumalapit. Alam na nila, ramdam na nila. Basang-basa na nila yung ganyang tactic from their opponents. And there is a ward placed dito sa ating Baron Pit side. FENNEL, I kind of feel na they are struggling sa map control this time around. Kasi kahit saan sila pwede pumunta, ito na nga.
Si Danny, mga kaibigan, medyo na-flight ko. Hindi na-expect na meron tao doon. And the flash was used by Salian dito. Hindi tumama yung kanyang Shield of Duran. But no problem because up na. Nagamit naman ni Danny yung kanyang heal dito. But still, there's the flash. They're waiting patiently sa bush dito. Playing the Baron dance. Sinusubukan nilang i-clear yung ating minion heavy na mid lane habang nag-aabang. Tumama yung kanyang friend dito. Good thing para sa FENNEL adversity because kung tumama yun, that will be the end of life. Itong si Cal, habang pushing slowly yung ating mid lane, they have the vision right here sa ating Baron. If they try to get this Baron, I don't think this is going to be a good idea for the others. They have to wait patiently para sa magandang timing. Teka lang, ang ginagawa ko, hindi nagpapanggap yata si Doy-Doy, no? Tutusok niya yung hangin.
Oo. Ano lang, para lang mag-panic yung FLA or mabait na pumunta sa Baron Pit. But mukhang hindi. Sabi ng FENNEL, hindi. Pumunta kami ng mid. Kaya namin mag-pick ng fight. LIYAB Esports though, they're not gonna proceed with the objective take for now. Medyo small recalls here and there para makuha ng finally ng Rabadons dito si Danny. Doy already giving the Baron a start. Kasamahan na siya na ibang members ng LIYAB.
Okay.
Aabot ba ang FENNEL?
Nailawan na sila. They have the information right now because of the Scars dun. Binuto kanina dito sa ating jungle na nakuha nila doon. They have the information that they're trying to get this dragon, Baron rather. And now that the dragon is gonna go up in 20 seconds, pick-up sila dito na kanilang target. Doy going in. Ako! Hindi tumama yung kanyang Dragon Strike! Mali yata ng tinamaan yung kanyang Dragon Strike. Hindi kumapit na kanyang Dimension Standard.
Sadly. Could have been a good combo kaso those small mistakes. Pero okay lang, makakabawi naman sila mamaya hopefully. But yeah, knowledge given, information given sa FLA, wala nang flash ang jungler ng LIYAB Esports and they could utilize that. Pwede silang mag-pin down ng maybe ADC or ng frontliner dito.
Oo, talagang ambahan at sayawan lang dito. Parang TikTok yung pinapanood natin right now. Because sa
Oo nga eh.
But LIYAB Esports now getting the lead of getting this dragon on their hands. Still the bot lane muna for now. At tamang pag-clear, ilang wards na ang nasaktan at nawala sa laban na ito because of all the clearing na ginagawa nila with those Oracle lens that they have. Dragon is still there, mga kaibigan. The Baron is there as well. Habang tumatagal, parang mas lalong sumasarap yung laban na ito.
Ano talaga, the longer the better ang gustong gawin ng FLA and ng LIYAB. Again, looking back in game number 1, medyo matagal ang game nila dito. But mukhang mas tatagalan pa nila for this game. LIYAB kasi they don't really initiate that much. They are heavily relying on either Doy o yung mga heal and spells dito. If wala, they wait. And sometimes FLA, they're not that comfortable na pag-jump in given na you have Danny na kailangang protektahan. Rafe, kanyang Glacial Fissure, I only saw it 3 or 4 times. Parang sinasalba ng FLA yung mahalagang ultimate na yon. Domeng on this Olaf as well. Inintay ko pa rin yung nagwawalang Olaf yung parang walang makakatigil sa kanya when he pops that Ragnarok. At the very least, I see Calm is performing really well. Consistency is still there, but he was not able to juggle yung mga 1v3 solely because I believe si Spells na outplay siya.
Parang nahihirapan talaga siya mag-setup din. But right now, up na yung mga flash natin. Si Doy na lang yung naghihintay sa cooldown. At ito yata yung ginagawa ng LIYAB Esports right now. Buying time para mag-up yung ating flash. Saka sila kukuha ng Dragon, which is what they're doing right now. They have the positioning advantage, I would say. Pero teka lang, delikado si Rafi dito na pa-back out siya muna doon. Stand behind me, my friend, para makapag-disengage. Right now, hurin si Doming. Doming naman nakatakli si Pero. Nakapag-flash out siya doon. That's an information. Wala na tayong flash para kay Doming dito. Meron pa siyang Ragnarok. Pero si Shaw, pag-back away, ginamit yung kanyang, yung ating plastic cone. In that, teka lang, spot na kapatang ito, ginamit na kanyang apahit, nahuli. Si Doming together with Cal, hindi na siya kakul, shock na siya doon. And that's gonna be Noxian Turret still up para kay Spell. Look at the damage coming in from the members of LIYAB Esports, but Arise with a perfect execution. Not so perfect for now, kasi wala silang nakuha doong buhay. Two champions of FENNEL Adversity is down right now. They have the jungler. FLA Arise, they're trying to go for the hindi nyo kunin yung ating Lucas dito, uwi muna siya. But Doming patiently waiting for this Dragon to attempt and steal this one. Wala siyang flash. Kapag sa loob, pinod yung Ragnarok. Doming going in. Naku po, apat parang sumama sa gera dito. And because of that, 3 and a Dragon. Tsaka may ng LIYAB Esports.
What an extended fight, and it started sa magandang apprehend ni Spells. On top of that, ginagamit niya lagi kanyang Noxian Guillotine pag full on 5v5. Nakapag-zone niya dito si Calm, and he was able to focus on Spells. Kaso ang nangyari, Spells is still on the lead. At top of that, si Arise, even though masakit ang akali, he was not able to take down anyone. On top of that, killing spree pa si Morgana, and it just really cements yung lead ng LIYAB Esports ngayon. 6k gold lead, and it looks like pati Baron gusto nilang kunin.
Baron now, lead dito ang LIYAB Esports. Nakuha nila yung marami pa rin nila, pero lukot na dami. Tinamahan nila may ka-Inferno Bomb. They're gonna try to make a turnaround dito, pero si Danny ay naipit sa maling tao. And Shaw was able to secure the point to get the triple kill. And si Doming ay nasa base pa lamang na malungkot dahil wala na siyang kasama ni isa sa kanyang mga there. And I think this is it, Pansit, para sa ating 1-1 mga kaibigan. LIYAB Esports with the bottom block, straight to the Nexus, and straight to end this game.
Mukhang FLA na yung na killing me softly dito. And yeah, LIYAB Esports performing really well in that game number 2. It's all because of the composition as well as the fact that they're
yung magic shield, no? Yung black shield dito. So kahit mag black shield ka, makukulong ka pa din sa paggamit ng kanyang cataclysm. And ang kailangan nilang problemahin dito is paano nila mapag-iwalay itong si Galio, Morgana, and si Darius. Because if these 3 champions are always together, sticking together sa mga team fight, and yun ang magpapahirap talaga sa kanila.
Alam mo, feeling ko nga mag-stick together yung mga champions yun. Kasi
Morgana being protected and Morgana being able to free hit properly. So I would say na FENNEL Adversity has the upper hand pagdating sa ating pickings pa lang. Pero mga kaibigan, eto na talaga ang ating Game 3. Once again, laban sa pagitan ng LIYAB Esports versus FENNEL Adversity. Let's see kung sino talaga ang magpo-proceed sa ating next, I think, positioning para sa ating Grand Finals for tomorrow.
Magkita pa rin bukas for our day number 2 ng broadcast. Today is day number 1. So guys, huwag kong kalimutan mag-alarm bukas kasi may laban pa rin naman.
Don't forget to share and include the hashtag muling lumakad matatag at Sibol, powered by Smart. Share yan mga kaibigan dahil malamin naman na mainit talaga at malalaman natin kung sino talaga ang best of the best sa laban na ito. Ngayon, tamang laning phase lang as usual, kuha ng ating mga jungle camps, at pero ngayon magkasabay yata dito itong si Doy at si Doming ng kanilang rotation.
Kumbaga, mirror na ng galaw sa kalaban na jungler para sundan mo na lang kaysa namang magulat ka na bigla na palang ginank yung lane nyo. Early game, Ari versus this Galio, I would have to give it kay Galio solely because of the range. Pag meron naman ng orb and meron ng charm si Shaw dito, he'll be a-okay. Pag level 5 na, kayang-kaya na niyang bantayan dito si Gal. That will be a jump in, a grand entrance from Rafe. Did not connect though, at the very least si Danny, okay pa naman, he is holding his ground pretty well. Syliaf, no cast available, and hindi pa rin naman siya makakapag-surprise yung tipong body slam tsaka yung mag-explosive cast bigla.
Wala pa naman, magaga pa naman. Pero nako, we're seeing that they're trying to position themselves just to get this cutter trap. Grabe, tapos 3, 4, hinatak.
Natin the pull coming through, pero his spell sheet is gonna be boxed in doon sa loob. And because of that, red team gets the first blood. Paalam muna kay Spells, medyo napalalim at hindi din siya natulungan doon ng kanyang team members.
Imagine, tinamaan siya ng apprehend, followed up with a grand entrance coming dito mismo from Rafe just to get that kill. And that goes to the hands of FENNEL Adversity. Parang alam mo yun, scuttle crab for the life of their teammates. Medyo not a good trade, but still a trade overall. We'll see about that kasi lamang dito kayo ng FENNEL because of the first blood and the control in the bot lane sa pagkuha ng scuttle crab.
Yeah, and I guess yung silver lining in that skirmish is at least may trade. Kaya nga nasabi ni Spear dito. But I would personally not trade the life of my Baron laner sa isang scuttler because Camille, especially Spelts, duelist yan eh. You have to make sure na makakapag-snowball siya, and him, the first one dying, does not spell well for LIYAB. However, pwede pa rin namang bumawi dito. Mukhang si Sean nakakabawi naman na kay Arise. Arise will be staying and playing underneath the turret. There are gonna be small wards being placed around sa side ng map for LIYAB Esports dito.
Yes. Slowly but surely, nakikita natin na pumipwesto na kaagad ang FENNEL Adversity on trying to, get cleared the wards kaagad sa ating Dragon Pit. As early as now, 30 minutes pa lang, malayo-layo pa sa ating 4-minute mark. Pero nag-clear na kaagad sila ng ating mga vision dito. Kasi LIYAB Esports has been very dominating pagdating sa pag-clear ng ating mga wards dito. Ng ating mga jungle camps or rather ng ating mga objectives ng ating first and second game.
Speaking of the game, our current game, 12 seconds lang before we see the first 2 major objectives. At mukhang, aside from the first blood, wala na nasundan na skirmish, wala na nasundan na gank. Pakihas silang talagang careful or kalmado or calm lang kasi they know na this is the last game. Wala nang game 4 right after this and they would want to secure this series win as much as they can while Doy is dewarding doon sa ating Pixel Brush and isang hampas lang sa Herald para siguro mabait ang FLA. There will not be any follow-up. Domeng, hinihintay ko pa rin na yung surprise na bonk from Jax, hinihintay ko pa siya but I guess we're gonna be seeing that pag 6 or 7 minutes na.
Wala pa. Ngayon, may mga ultang kasi sila eh. So, yun talaga yung mga pwede nating makita dito. Right now, makapalitan lang tayo ng ating mga objective. LIYAB Esports will go for the referral. They have the wards there. Alam nila, so trade na lang ito for the Dragon. We'll see if this is going to be worth for LIYAB Esports or worth para sa FENNEL Adversity because this is a Dragon. Again, late game potential, late game lineup. That's also a Cloud Drake. So, alam mo na yan, movement speed para sa kanilang team.
Personally speaking, I would only let go of a Rift Herald pag Infernal Dragon. Kasi pag Rift Herald, almost sure na first blood turret yan eh. Kamukha ng ginagawa ngayon for the side of LIYAB. They were able to get first blood turret. So, and that is up at the Baron lane. So, mas makakagalaw si Spelt sa taas.
Yep, that's also a good thing para sa LIYAB Esports dito, controlling the top lane earlier on kasi mas makakagalaw nga siya. But I think makaka-rotate siya much further habang itong si Calm ay makakapag-farm naman ng bagya sa top lane dito kasi na-push na kaagad yung kanyang turret. Ang problema lang dito is paano niya makakontrol na maayos para yung mga tipa dito. Tumama yung charm sa charm.
Charm. For Charm, Saliat at Lumides Masikas. Kaso, na-predict na din ni Rafe ang movement doon. That is one important ultimate down for the side of LIYAB Esports. Doy looking for the perfect time to strike. Kaso, binatohan ni Rafe ng isang feather dyan. They are sealing yung exit strategy. Rafe makes his way back to Danny. Charm is gonna come through. Nag-back up dito pero mukhang hindi enough. Here comes Arise with the ultimate. May na-lockdown na isa. Rafe will have to say goodbye. Fried chicken ka na lang muna. And with that, LIYAB Esports, they're pretty much happy with getting that one kill. Root connecting onto one, but may flag and jug pa rin naman dito si Doydoy.
The cheese strat na ginagawa ngayon ng LIYAB Esports sa kamay against FENNEL adversity, trying their best na mapitas ang isang champion in the bot lane dito. Naganda na ginawa doon ni Doydoy. Kung mapasin mo, i-control yung paggamit ng kanyang cataclysm dito, waiting for the right timing na magamit na lahat ng skill itong si Rafe, even the flash, para makapag-disengage. So the moment na ginamit na yung kanyang cataclysm, ipit na talaga at wala siyang magawa dito to disengage. In response to that, FENNEL adversity was able to get the first tier top lane. So trade lang yun ulit para sa kanila. A turret for a kill.
Even ba yun sa tingin mo? 1 turret, 1 kill?
Para sa akin, I would still go for a turret overall kasi syempre, minsan depende if kung gaano karami yung members nyo na nakakuha ng kill. But still, a turret, it's permanently gone. Wala na siya forever. But may mga forever na rin, diba? Itong pagkawala ng turret niya. But overall, again,
yun, wala na siya forever. Babalik naman yung turret pag next game. Grabe ka naman, GG
next game, pwede. O pa pala. Pwede mo pala. Pero teka lang, calm in the bot lane.
That will be him just holding his ground sa ating bot lane. Hindi nag-tactical sweep si Spelts, but mukhang si Saliat hindi na-commit. He did have yung cast, pero they're probably saving it for a team fight. Doydoy, I think he did use his smite. Not sure if he was able to go with the steal, but if he did, buff denied for FENNEL, snowball denied for FLA. We have a 1k gold lead in favor of FENNEL adversity at mukhang LIYAB Esports mas comfortable sila sa gantong lineup and gantong tempo.
Indeed, no? And actually, tama ka. Nakuha iyon ni Doydoy with the use of that smite. So, aware siya na wala si Doming doon. So, he did force yung paggamit ng kanyang smite to get that one thing. Now, mid lane,
that will be the Zonya's popping and the cast has been sent. Pero napakagandang grand entrance naman nun from Rafi. Sadly, there was no sufficient follow-up. Connected on the 2 or on the 3. But ang sabi ng FENNEL dito, it's not a fight you would want to pick just yet. Kahit naka-scrub, nakahugot ng isa. Saliat will have to face this. That will be the catechism being popped by Doyle. Nakapag-flash out naman dito ang isa. And FENNEL adversity still lives another day. Puno na lang muna sa ating Dragon Pit. But sinundan sila dito ng LIYAB Esports.
The control na ginagawa ngayon ng FENNEL adversity to win this game. The Dragon is there, pero low na yung kanilang mga HP. Naku, takarang!
Rafe with the initiate. Exhaust has been used. Hindi naabot si Clyde. But oh my gulay talaga. Too close for comfort.
Yung Raptor, hinarangan ng Raptor na maliit yung Dark Binding. Imagine kung wala yung Raptor doon, nahatak lang papunta.
Connect yan.
Sa laban na yun. Grabe pa yung Raptor na yun. Parang tumampi na. Dito sa LIYAB, top lane, mid lane rather, being taken down by FENNEL dito. Super low yung mga HP nila because of the Mega Inferno Bomb. Now going for the trade once again. A Dragon for a Repair.
Mukhang na-utilize naman din to ng ating LIYAB and ng FNA. So, truce na lang muna. Shake hands, you're gonna calm down. Pero mukhang hindi kumakalma dito ay si Spells kasi nag-dive siya under turret. Arise was able to live until his teammates jump in. Kaso mukhang nahabol siya dito kay Saliat with that body slam. Rafe decides to join the party. Sabi niya, lumayo ka sa aking kalaban. Na sobrang pagbabantag din ni Rafe. Nalimutan nila. Meron nga pala silang turret na iniwan sa ating Dragon Lane and LIYAB Esports gets another threat for themselves.
Mukhang maganda yung magiging trade dito kung sakali, no? Because FENNEL adversity, someone to repair the mid lane. Now, mas malaki na yung pwedeng galawan ng FENNEL dito because of the turret na nakuha nila sa mid lane. But take note, we still have isang first tier turret sa dalawang team na ito. Pero mas maganda yung turret na meron dito sa mid lane, which is sa FENNEL adversity, because again, mas malawag yung pwedeng galawan dito ng FENNEL over the jungle ng LIYAB Esports dito. Habang yung bot lane naman nila, na pwede pa rin namang i-control dito ng LIYAB Esports. Pero say about that, kasi wala na tayong referral, ay may tig-isang dragon tayo sa dalawang team na to.
Even, no? Baka akala ko even na yung ating game number 2 ha. So, a whole new level, a whole new world ang pinapakita for this game number 3. FENNEL Adversity does have the slight vision lead. Kung titignan mo yung ward placement sila dito sa ating dragon lane, side ng mid lane, as well as sa area up in the Baron lane. But si Kong, hiniwalay na lang muna siguro sa kanilang grupo. He will be in charge of split push duty or tika-clear mo na siya ng wave before FLA will decide to join in with another fight. They're heavily relying on Rafe for the initiate, but I think worth it naman kasi sa mga nakikita natin, Charm plus Grand Entrance ni Rafe nakakuha ng 2 or ng 3. For the side of LIYAB Esports, they are heavily relying on 3 things. Yung Charm ni Shaw, yung cast ni Sylia, or yung Cataclysm or Flag and Drag naman ni Doydoy.
Yes, at kailangan nilang timingan yan ha. Kasi minsan, katulad doon nangyari kayo na sa mid lane, nung the moment na naggamit ng stasis dito, I think it was Calm, na mahuhuli na sana nila dito, a lot ng skill, or it was Arise, I think Arise yata yun, na nagamit na yung Charm, nagamit yung Cataclysm, yung Dark Binding, lahat ng skill nila na pang CC, it's just Charm pala, sa kabila pala si Morgana dito, nakatakas pa. So kailangan chain CC at right timing to use those skills para hindi lang masayang yung kanilang mga resources dito. Even with FENNEL adversity, na kailangan din maging maingat sa paggamit ng mga chain skills nila during the team fights. 1-1 ang ating score, Yuro ha, tapos 12 minutes na tayo.
Parang yung focus na lang talaga, Macker. And I actually like to touch upon sa sinabi mo about FENNEL. They kailangan mag-ingat sila sa kanilang chain CC. This lineup is all in. Yung only disengage option nila is flash or them to jump out or walk out. So whenever they're gonna jump in, kailangan, alam kong mahirap to kasi napaka-situational ng Wild Rift. But when they engage or when they commit, kailangan meron silang makuhang trade. Kasi kung titignan natin yung side ng LIYAB Esports, may hook shot, may flag and drag, meron din dito ng ultimate si Ari para makabalik. So meron silang ways of disengaging.
Ang dami nga pwedeng maging paraan or gamitin para mapag-disengage. But the problem is the chain CC that they could use. Later on, ito, hinihintay natin, the patiently waiting si Shaw. Uy, nakapagpa siya.
Ako po yan, na-charm na nga siya dito, and that will be the Hexing ultimate na Tom's penalty on dito muna kitika si ating Morgana. That will be the Megaphone bomb being thrown out. Zonya's being used by this Arise. Pero ako po, naglapit-lapit doon na ang LIYAB Esports. Morgana gets a kill onto Spells, and it looks like it's a 1-0 in favor of FENNEL adversity.
Imagine, that is a 4v5 situation. What happened to bakit lalo dito ang FENNEL adversity is because how they're able to control all of their skills and yung right timing when executing all of those skills. Medyo napilitan na gamitin ng LIYAB Esports lahat na pwede nilang gamitin just for one target in exchange of the life of one champion na susubukan talaga nilang hindi pa nila na-secure in that particular team fight at nagkaroon din ng pagkakataon ng FENNEL adversity na ma-turn around yung laban na yun. Kasi nga, tumama yung Dark Binding and then a lot of their skills ay na-execute nila ng maayos tapos follow up pa with Rafi sa kanyang Grand Entrance quickness.
Mukhang ito na ata ang iniintay ng FLA after getting that one champion pick-off, nakapag-secure na lang sila ng mas malaki pang objectives.
Turret pa sa baba, no? 2 turret pa. Imagine, 4v5 yung laban na yun. Lalo pa sila dito. How they're just using yung kanilang mga CC dito, yung kanilang mga skills is really important kung paano nila i-execute ito ng maayos so they can get the lead sa mga team fight na nangyayari. What they did earlier, right now, 2 dragons sa kamay ng FENNEL adversity, that is Cloud Drake together with Infernal Drake, so movement speed, rotation, lamang talaga sila dito.
Yung galaw actually ng FLA ngayon, up, here we go. Kasi pataas si Domen to clear a bit of a wave. Tapos, they're probably planning for a possible flank if ever may chance na mabox in nila dito ang LIYAB. But there are still ways. May kateknisin pa naman dito from Doydoy and FLA. they could be waiting for an initiate from Danny or dito kay Con, but truce na lang, shake hands, let's not think about that for now. Nag-aambahan na lang sila, they're waiting for the mistake na kaya i-commit ng kanilang kalaban.
And I think LIYAB Esports has to be very careful sa overcommitment. Kasi ang nangyayari, like what they did earlier, overcommit yung ginawa nila dito para kay Doming. And imagine, Shaw was able to secure yung kanyang charm. But it's really important na sumabay si Arise dito using yung kanyang heroes entrance para tulungan yung kanyang teammate dito. 3CC, tatlo yung nanakap niya, and ginamit niya kagad yung Shield of the Round for the 3 taunt once again. At yun ang nagbigay sa kanila ng lead in that particular team fight kasi na-hold nila ng matagal yung LIYAB Esports in that team fight. But right now, still waiting. Again, yung laruan na naman dito kung saan nagkasayawan na naman sila kung sino ba talaga kukuha ng baron natin. 16 minutes and 1-2 pa rin ang ating score.
Yan, gusto ko nga sabihin yun, 16 minutes na tayo, but single digit pa rin ang kill. So nakikita natin talagang microhan or macrohan ang ginagawa ng ating dalawang teams, body slam away. Inihintay ko actually na gumamit ng explosive cast si Syliat as an initiate, but I believe ginagamit na lang yon pang cancel ng set. I did see him cancel yung possible set sana ni Galio 2 or 3 minutes before. So maybe that's something that is in their plans. Pero tumalon dito si Rafe. Still has the quickness, the charm. But si Shaw dito, buhay pa naman that will be the initiate. He was able to get 2. Pero tiyan natin kung bubuhay bang LIYAB dito. Yung kina the backline. Spells does focus fire on the bomb. That will be the kill going on the side of FNA. Kaso ayun lang, pagpasok ni Arise, meron pa dito na push pabalik. But Doming, jumping in. Napakatangki na po ni Jax. Ito ang hinihintay natin. Was able to pop at the right time. They get 4 kills and they are still alive.
Decision making coming from the university, the moment that they saw that someone is coming to stop them or try to steal that baron, nag-rotate kagad sila dito, nag-transition kagad sila na kanilang target to go for the team of LIYAB Esports instead. At napakagandang 3 beses na stun coming from Doming, starting with the way he jumped over the wall para mahuli si Clyde dito at pinalo up sila yun ng sunod pa. Huli na naman?
Naku po, na-apprehend pa, may na-body slam na dalawa. Kaso, napakataas ng death timers. And with that, FLA was able to defeat LIYAB Esports.
They are going to proceed sa ating next bracket dito. I think they are waiting na sa ating grand finals in that particular game na sila yung nanalo dito. So,